Greetings, Madam Acting Speaker. Greetings, Madam Executive Mayor. Greetings all. Madam Executive Mayor, as the African Transformation Movement, we appreciate and welcome your maiden speech of the soccer. When we went to the polls last year in November, there was no outright winner. This was a clear message from the residents that they want an administration that will listen to them and prioritize their needs. As they felt they were no longer being listened to or prioritized by the previous administrations. Your speech inspires hope to the residents of the city of Johannesburg that this administration is putting them first. As the African Transformation Movement, our focus is service delivery to the people as a whole, but with a clear and unambiguous focus to the poor. As such, we represent our people on the ground. I'm here not to give you my political analysis of your soccer speech. I'm here to give you the view of the people on the ground. Themba Masuku, Libone Mashiko, and Tandazani Msimang feel that whilst they commend you for the 7,524 potholes that have been filled within a space of 7 weeks, they feel that it is just a drop in the ocean, given the current state of our roads, which is as a result of serious neglect over the years. They also feel that we need to address the issue of durability. Light rains reopen these potholes, meaning that in a month, you might have a situation where you fill the same pothole 5 times in 1 month. Pastor Mukuba from the Unity Fellowship Church in Shawelo noted your remarks on the creation of a safe city, but he asked me to ask you this question. How must you feel safe when nothing is seen to be done to the JMPD personnel that fired live ammunition to unarmed congregants? And there's not even an inquiry to this incident that happened on the 28th of February, 2021. Ututuzela Matlagato from Joburg Park has noted your comment on the informal traders, but she believes that the city of Johannesburg needs to amend the bylaws to accommodate the survivalist entrepreneurs during these hard-hitting economic times. This would avoid the harassment that they are subjected to at the hands of the JMPD. Tutuzela also seeks your opinion on Operation Tutula and what the city is planning about illegal immigrants in the city of Johannesburg. Unokuthula Ngudle from Kokotela in the Loli area welcomes the energy in Daba. She is currently frustrated by the new norm of not having electricity for 3 days in a 7-day week, as transformers keep on failing. Mrs. Ntumba from Rosettenville says that the city's billing system discourages the residents from paying the rates. A water bill of 30,000 rands a month simply compels a resident to go the illegal route in terms of connecting, which is a challenge. Thomas Spankwane from Ward 122 is concerned about the regular constant challenges in Zakaria Park and surrounding areas. A reservoir has been built. Nombula Msimang from Naledi is concerned that when you dealt with special economic zones and job creation, you mentioned only the youth. She feels that the city of Johannesburg is systematically excluding those above the age of 36. In the same manner it does when it's advertising posts. What must they do when they are denied all the opportunities? Must they follow a life of crime?
30 seconds, Councillor.
As the African Transformation Movement, we will support all endeavors that seek to put our residents first in terms of service delivery issues. Thank you. In terms of that, it's actually in the Loli area. So, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Next, APC.
To qualify for the expanded social package who had been excluded by the original qualification criteria. Councillor Magwetsu, I would like to thank you for that very thorough feedback. Thank you for listening to our residents and thank you for reporting back on what they would like to hear. It's true, in terms of potholes, we are doing a lot and there is still a lot to be done. I also still get complaints and we will ensure that we have adequate resources going forward to address those. And again, we can only address resource gaps in the next budget, which will be tabled in May of this year. The Pastor Mukuba matter, again, it's before the courts. As you know, Councillor Magwetsu, that the matter is before the courts, and for that reason, I would like to refrain from commenting on it. In terms of harassment of our informal traders by the JMPD, we've had engagements with MMC Tembe, and we both agree that there needs to be improvement in how we handle enforcement around informal trade. And yes, those changes will be effected into the JMPD. We will communicate the detail of that in due course. Operation Dudula in the city of Johannesburg, I'd really just like to say, we're all concerned about what has happened over the years not only in Johannesburg, in the country. And Johannesburg being a hub for migration is, of course, affected the most in the entire country by illegal immigration in the country. Now, that being said, the role of regularizing migration remains the role of the Home Affairs. And I'm happy to see that there is some movement in the right direction under the current minister, and I must commend him for that. In as far as the city is concerned, we will continue with our role through social development migration unit. We will review the migration policy, and we will continue to render services to migrants in the city through the different migrant help desks in the regions, while we continue to support Home Affairs in regularizing what has happened. In certain spaces, as MMC Mbundu is starting to do with informal trade, for instance, we will ensure that there is fairness and that the rights of locals are not infringed upon while we welcome migrants into our city. Now, there's a resident who spoke about the billing system discouraging red paying. We're quite concerned about that as well. MMC Julie Sadabi is already working on regularizing data management in the city, doing integration of data, particularly between the entities and the core, so that we have clean, credible data and we can give good bills to our residents and we can get the money in. But of course, that's going to have many other effects beyond just billing. We will have a city that works. We will have a city that can demonstrate what they are doing, even to our global partners or prospective partners, and we will be able to attract partnerships and attract resources globally, as well as we're able to demonstrate our alignment with the global agenda, for instance, the Sustainable Development Goals, which we are signatories of as well, and the Green Agenda, just to name a few. The systematic exclusion of those above the age of 36 in fact 35. That's been brought up quite a few times, and I know MMC Leonard is working to change some of that, because yes, it's true, those above 35 are feeling marginalized, and that can't be right. As much as we would like to have a youth-friendly focus, we recognize that there's more than just young people in our city, and that is under review, and it will start being rolled out in the different services. So at least a bit of good news for our people over the age of 35. Councillor Machete of the APC.